You can see the screen.
Yes, sir.
ब्रेक पूर्व में पढ़िथिले डायरेक्टिंग directive leadership. What is directive leadership? What are the advantages, disadvantages? Now we'll go through a new concept called coordination. This is something you know, you have experienced. We discussed earlier. What we'll do, we'll consider one example, and all these points, whatever we are going to discuss, will relate to that point so that you can remember it, you can understand it easily. Coordination, what do you mean by coordination? These 2 points are meaning or a definition to understand what is coordination. So tell me something, what you understand by coordination. Any one of you can tell me. After reading this, what you understand, you can tell me. I can correct you. I can
ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରୋସେସ ଯାହାକି ଗ୍ରୁପରେ ସାଙ୍ଗ ହେଇକି ଭଲସେ କରୁ।
अच्छा ग्रुप रे संग है कि गोटे प्रोसेस कंप्लीट करिया ठीक कथा कहछ कोऑर्डिनेशन इज द प्रोसेस ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजिंग पीपल और ग्रुप्स so that they work together properly and well. तुम सहित गोटे डिस्कशन करथिली जो जो एग्जांपल तुम घरे गोटे फंक्शन होची गोटे मैरिज होची तुम भाई रखी भौणी रखी काहर की तमर कोन गोटे मैरिज होची मैरिज रे कोन करियार अछि गुडाय काम करियार अछि सपोज मैरिज ठीक हे गला 2 months की 3 months टाइम अछि तुम बार you have to decide the venue, you have to decide the catering, you have to decide the guest, you have to decide the shopping, you have to decide the tent, you have to decide the menu, a lot of things. So all this whatever I'm talking are different people. Your decoration tent is providing one person, your catering is providing one person, your shopping you are doing in another place, and your guests are coming and they are related to each of this. So to execute this, you have to coordinate between all these people, isn't it? So you have to do the coordination. That is exactly. Suppose decoration तमे कहिचा किंबा कैटरिंग वाला कहिचा तमे को टाइम रे आसीबो कोन आसीबो किमिति डेकोरेट करिवो तुम बाहर गेस्ट मैंने केत तुम कौ टाइम रिसेप्शन रखीच कौ दिन रखीच तुम जी मैरेज कर पंडित ब्राह्मण सी कौ टाइम आसो all these things, all these activities you are coordinating. You can relate the same thing in happening in the big organization. There are so many departments, so many organizations, so many sections. Suppose in an organization, suppose you are purchasing the raw material, you are giving it to the production is giving it to the sales also. Before doing sales, there are a lot of things you have to market, you have to do the marketing advertisement. So all this department working independently under department heads, different heads, but someone is coordinating between all these things, otherwise things will not move. So everyone is related to each other in some sense. You cannot do the production without raw material, without purchase of raw material. If raw material are shortage for tomorrow, your production will stop. If your production will stop, your sales will stop. If sales are not happening, then there is no point of doing marketing or advertisement. So everything is related. So one person is doing coordination. ତମର ମ୍ୟାରେଜ ଯଦି ଘୁଚିଗଲା କି ପୋଷ୍ଟପୋନ୍ ହେଲା, ତମେ କଣ ସେଦିନ ତମର ଏଇ ସବୁ କରିବ କି? ଯାହା ଯୋଉ ଡେକୋରେସନ କରୁଥିଲ, କ୍ୟାଟରିଂ କରୁଥିଲ, you have to do all these things, you have to change your plan. So that means coordination is required for everything. As you told, what a process, सब मिस्त्री काम करते. Coordination is the process of organizing people or groups. ତମେ ସବୁ ଟିମ୍ ସହିତ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା କରୁଛ, ସବୁ ଟିମ୍କୁ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜ କରୁଛ, ସବୁ ଟିମ୍ର ଲୋକଙ୍କ ସହିତ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା କରୁଛ. ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜିଂ ପିପୁଲ ଅର୍ ଗ୍ରୁପ୍ସ so that they work together for a common goal, together properly and well. Common goal कौन? Marriage टा हब. Everyone has to understand the common goal. तमे फंक्शन हॉल बुक कर किंबा कैटरिंग बुक कर किंबा तुम्हारा डेकोरेशन ପାଇଁ ଯାହା ବୁକ୍ କର, ଗେଷ୍ଟ ଯାହାକୁ ଡାକ, ultimately your goal is to complete the marriage function. So that is coordination. Coordination is the function of management which ensure that different departments and groups work in sync. Therefore, there is unity of action among the employees, groups, and departments. It also brings harmony in carrying out the different tasks and activities to achieve the organizational objective efficiently and effectively. What is harmony? It also brings harmony in carrying out the different tasks and activities to achieve the organizational goals, organizational objective efficiently and or effectively. Harmony means you can say compatibility, the tuning. So whenever you are going to select a life partner, so that means what? You are seeing the compatibility. A person who is going to stay with you, he or she should understand you, understand your family, understand your culture, understand your language. If that is not matching, then a lot of problem will come. So either you have to have guts to face that problem or tackle that problem or solve that problem. So that means this coordination, this activity, this action brings lot of tuning, lot of compatibility in carry out in different tasks. Different tasks means what? Whatever I told, you are doing lot of activities, lot of communication, lot of interaction, lot of action while grouping them, while talking to different people, different groups, so that everyone is working towards the common goal. So these two are kind of meaning and definition to understand what is coordination. It can applicable in small family business and big family, big business. So everywhere coordination is required to do the work seamlessly. You understand what is coordination? Then we'll
Yes.
discuss features of coordination. These are the features, element, or nature of coordination. Once you understand this, maybe you can understand more on coordination. Coordination integrates groups effort. Whenever there is something, there is a need that one person can do the work. There is no need of involving others. So there is no point of coordination. That means one person is working, you don't have to ask anyone. So you have to start the work and complete the work. So there is no coordination. That's what coordination integrates group of efforts. The concept of coordination always applies to group of efforts. There is no need of coordination when only single individual, single person is working. That is one feature of coordination. So whenever there is multiple people, multiple team, multiple groups are involved, the coordination comes to picture. Ensure unity of effort. Coordination always emphasizes on unifying the efforts of different individuals because conflicting effort may cause damage to organization. Ensures unity of effort. जो एग्जांपल टा तुमको बुझौतिली तुम कौन करछ डिफरेंट लोक सहित इंटरेक्शन करछ से टेंट हो किंबा कैटरिंग हो किंबा मैरिज वेन्यू हो जहाँ सहित कथबार्ता करछ everyone you are making sure they understand the common goal that you have a marriage you have to complete that work otherwise what will happen you are booking the mandap the function hall because you have a marriage you are not just booking just is for sake of booking you are not telling the caterer just for the party because everyone is coming doing the work on the marriage day and everyone is understanding that common goal. If they don't understand, if they don't agree to that, that means there is a conflict between the efforts. That means you are coordinating and making sure everyone understands that goals. Coordination always emphasizes on unifying the efforts of different individuals because conflicting effort may cause damage to the organization. If they believe there are different action, different objectives, then that will conflict between their work, between their effort, and that will damage to the main objective. Continuous process. This is actually a non-ending function. Coordination is a non-ending function. It is continuous in nature. That means you are until the work is finished, you have to do the work every day, everything. You have to do whatever the communication, whatever the coordination doing. So the nature is continuous. Coordination is a non-ending function. It is a continuous function, although its degree may vary. Although its degree may vary means तमे initially जति coordination करथिवा परे हुए तो कम कर पारो but you cannot stop. You have to make sure things are happening properly. That is the reason it said continuous in nature, continuous process. Coordination is a pervasive function. Pervasive means universal, means global. Coordination is universal function. It is required at all levels. तमे छोट लेवल आरंभ करी बड़ा लेवल पर जते डिपार्टमेंट समस्त सहित अंडरस्टैंडिंग सपोज कोऑर्डिनेशन तुम करूछ सेल्स आउ मार्केटिंग एडवर्टाइजमेंट डिपार्टमेंट भितर and everyone working in that organization should understand why you are doing this. So that means you are doing this work in all levels. Coordination is a pervasive function. Coordination is a universal function. It is required at all levels in all departments and to perform in the all functions due to interdependence. See, all the department in an organization, all the section are dependent on each other. That's what I was talking to you sometimes back. So whenever you are doing and organizing this, you are making sure everyone understanding your goal, how they are dependent. In the same example, the caterer who is coming to your function is dependent on your party, on your guest. If your guests are liking the food, then definitely he will get a big order. That means that person is making sure he's serving the food with quality, on time, and tasty. So, so that means the department are interrelated. So whoever is decorating, whoever is doing the tent, lighting, so they are also making sure that everything is in place. So that is what told in these features, in these principles. The coordination is a universal function or a global function. So everyone is related. All the dependent people, interrelated people are related to these activities. Coordination is the responsibility of all managers. So if you are thinking only one manager is responsible and others are not, then that is wrong. So everyone is responsible, everyone is putting their effort, putting their share, and how things are happening. Coordination is the responsibility of all managers. Is not the task of only top level manager. Sometimes we're thinking that only who are sitting in the top, who are the big leader, they can do all these things. But that's not the correct. It is the responsibility of everyone in the organization. The last one it says coordination is a deliberate person. Deliberate means you cannot avoid the coordination. You cannot. You have to. You have to execute the process. Every manager tries to coordinate the activities of organization to avoid confusion and chaos. So that means it is must and should. So sometimes you have to do it because unless you do it, your things will not move. Unless you purchase the raw materials, you will not able to complete the production. That means so you are doing the coordination between production department and purchase department. So both the departments should understand the need and you cannot avoid that. Production department cannot say that, okay, I cannot do this because there is no raw material. Purchase department cannot say that, okay, I, I don't have the raw material, I have to give the production is stopped. So that means this is responsibility for both the department. They have to work in a sync and they have to do their responsibility, they have to do their roles deliberately. So that is the reason it says coordination is a deliberate function. So you cannot stop or wait for something. So you have to execute the plan. These are the features, functions, or principles of coordination or characteristics. Whatever in your question comes, you can write this. Maybe a long question will come under this coordination and whatever I told the directive leadership in the last in the before break section. Directive leadership and coordination. These are two important concepts under management. So you may get long type questions. There are another few important concepts left in this paper. So we'll discuss further in the next class, another 4 by class. So I'll review the syllabus, what is there. And if you have any question, you tell me. Tomorrow we'll have a class. I am not sure about the time. I will see what are the other time you have class. Based on that, I will send the schedule. Okay, you go ahead and read these chapters. Then you can have some doubts. You can ask me whatever you have questions in the next class. We'll take
Okay,
one
sir.
class to understand what is there we studied so far and revise the entire things. Anything you have questions now?
No, sir.
All of you have given me the attendance.